This is a serious one. Ha! I'm telling you, one that shall never end. Nigeria has degenerated to a new low. It is now in the news that Ukraine, that is ravaged by war, that Russia has almost grounded, is now donating food to Nigeria. This is the highest disappointment ever in the history of this country. And Peter Obi has reacted to this situation. Let's get into the details to see exactly what is happening. It is disheartening that Ukraine now donates food to Nigeria, Peter Obi says. It's a serious one. Amidst the food price hike and economic hardship besetting the nation, the government of the Ukraine recently donated 25,000 tons of wheat as emergency food assistance to 1.3 million vulnerable, crisis-affected people in Nigeria's northeastern region, a development which Mr. Peter Obi has now described as disheartening. Of course, it is. The Labour Party presidential candidate in the last election says it is, while the gesture is laudable, it speaks volumes as to the failure of the nation to cater for its people. Now, in a thread posted on X on Monday, Mr. Obi asserted that this development underscores a national disgrace that stems from years of leadership failure, necessitating urgent reflection and a reordering of our national priorities and resource management and allocation. So according to him, this act of human solidarity testifies to a rare generosity of spirit of the people of Ukraine, and which Obi says should earn them greater global solidarity. However, the former Anambra State governor stressed that a situation like this emphasizes vigorously the importance of sound political leadership as the first concrete requirement for any nation desiring to develop and enhance the standard of living of its citizenry. Of course, so in his view, it is disheartening that Nigeria, which once was an economically confident nation, blessed with vast variable land and abundant natural resources, now relies on a war-torn Ukraine for food assistance. Is disheartening. So, and then look at part of the statement that he made. Ukraine donates food to Nigeria. Now, let me begin by sincerely appreciating the war-torn nation of Ukraine for the generous donation of tons of grains to Nigeria, thereby aiding our current fight against nationwide hunger. As laudable as Ukraine's kind gesture is, it speaks volumes for us as a people, endowed with all needed human and natural resources, that a country officially prosecuting a brutal war of national survival with its powerful neighbor Russia is generous and kind enough with their food supplies to help us who are officially at peace. So for the people of Ukraine, this act of human solidarity testifies to a rare generosity of spirit which should earn them greater global solidarity. It demonstrates our shared humanity. However, a situation like this underscores vigorously the importance of sound political leadership as the first concrete requirement for any nation desiring to develop and enhance the standard of living of its citizenry. It is disheartening that our once economically confident nation, blessed with vast variable land and abundant natural resources, now relies on a war-torn Ukraine for food assistance. This national disgrace stems from years of leadership failure, necessitating urgent reflection and a reordering of our national priorities and resource management and allocation. Instructively, Ukraine, with a population of 43 million, on 603,000.7 square kilometer, outshines northern Nigeria, covering 744,000.2 kilometers square, with a young, energetic population exceeding 100 million. In 2015, Ukraine GDP per capita was $2,125 compared to Nigeria's $2,680. By 2022, despite being at war, Ukraine GDP per capita income exceeded $4,000, while Nigerians digressed to $2,184 Okay, Ukraine cultivates over 60% of its arable land, whereas Nigeria has over 60% uncultivated arable land. So despite the conflict, Ukraine feeds itself and exports agricultural products worth over $25 billion, which is about the same value as our crude oil export earnings, and it serves as a strategic global food supplier, even providing aid to a peaceful yet unproductive Nigeria. Hey, oh boy. So to overcome this embarrassment, we must aggressively reorder our priorities by investing resources in productive sectors like agriculture. Addressing insecurity is crucial for farmers to return to their fields, enabling a productive manufacturing sector and supporting small businesses. In 4 to 5 years, this concerted effort can reverse the current trend, leading us towards a productive and new Nigeria that I believe is possible and within reach. So this is terrible, as I tell you. Okay, that Ukraine is now donating food to northeastern Nigeria that has greater population, greater energetic young men, and greater landmass than the entirety of Ukraine. What is happening to Nigeria? Who do us this thing? Eh? And people are already reacting to this situation. As always, a shame to our so-called leaders. A country that has been fighting war is donating food to the giant of Africa. What a shame. It is really a shame. And somebody is writing here, somebody, you are just a useless man looking for the relevancy you can never get. You will get that in your Biafran criminal land. Can you imagine? And somebody said, why do people sound like animals who doesn't have brain? That is what they are. It's so sad. The best of you have been washed away to the soccerways. How can a right-thinking person reason as you did? It's unfortunate, I tell you the truth. These people, the Milocons, are just something else. Tribe has covered their eyes. They just don't know what they're doing. Somebody's huge bombshell. Okay, he's only looking for relevance. Otilo, can you imagine? Who tells Otilo? The relevance is gone to where? You that is talking rubbish by telling someone to go and sit down. Is it easy for you? Can you feed your family now? Or can you build your own home now with the condition the country is facing now? Be honest to yourself and try. So talk well and help your children's future if you have sense. Nonsense. If you have at all. It's a heavy shame to us, yes. And that's telling you this, Mr. Busybody. Okay. Oh. Somebody say, oh my God, how did we get there? A war-torn country donating food to Nigeria? I shake my head in wonderment. Somebody say, continue hoarding the dollars. Karma will soon visit every one of the politicians that put us in the state. Somebody say, Obi must win. Nigeria, take the bull by the horn. The end is here. Exactly. The end is here. It's quite an unfortunate situation, I must tell you the truth. But it is what it is, since some people are still maintaining their tribal bigotry. They come to the public, they defend the indefensible, and they go back into their houses to cry for hunger and cry in shame. Because of tribal sentiment, they are beclouded. Very bad. Very, very bad. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. That is the situation that Nigeria is facing now. That is country that's officially in peace is now being given food free of charge by Ukraine that's officially turned by war. Quite unfortunate.